Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you a healer skill build. What is good about this build is, in TUA, if you have a healer in your team, you can do damage very quickly and safely. Especially when the enemy right now is one-shotting everyone. Having a healer will allow you to make more mistakes than usual. Another point is that every 2 minutes, your whole team have a chance to gain overcharge and refresh all their skill CD. This can be very useful when striker and tank doesn't have a skill tire, and they will gain overcharge immediately for 15 seconds. And also if a striker uses their reviver height, you can immediately refresh their height and give them one more chance to use it. So for the specialization, I use the survivalist. The most important thing about this is give you 15% increased outgoing healing. This is a lot. It also gives you a 10% increased protection from the elite. For the distribute repair, it gives you an extra way to heal your teammate, but it doesn't really do much. So I would say it's not that useful, but it's better to have it than not. And the Miller Sigma is not that useful also. And all the other things are just a bonus. So all that matters is that 15% increasing outgoing heal. So let's look at our build. So for the weapon choice, I'm using the Perfect Reformation. It gives you a 40% more skill repair if you hit a headshot. And this skill doesn't have a cooldown. So if you keep hitting your headshot, you have 40% skill repair for the whole time. However, keeping yourself alive is the most important part as a healer in a stronghold, so I won't recommend it to rush the headshot. For the secondary weapon, I'm using this Sweet Dreams. What it does is that if you do a melee attack, it instantly kills non-elite enemy. It has only 15 seconds cooldown, and it's a very strong talent, and it will keep you alive in heroic or legendary stronghold. This will be the only way that you can keep the enemy away from you. And for the gear set that I'm using, free Absolute, it gives you 15% repair skills, 20% skill duration, and 10% skill haste. So all gear core attribute will be +1 skill tire. And for the attribute, I'm using skill haste and repair skill. I do not have a better one, so I'm using the starter effects on this one. And the talent that we're looking for is the Empathic Resolve. So what this does is when you heal your teammate, it increases their total weapon and skill damage by 3 to 15%. And the percentage is decided by your skill tires. We have 6 skill tires, so it will be 15% always. This is a very good talent. It does not only save your teammate, but also boosts up their attack. So it does not only keep your teammates safe, but also encouraging your teammate to trade with the enemy. Because they will know that if they take damage, there will be a healer healing them, plus that they have extra damage. The other 2 gear set that I'm using is the Murakami Industry. So it have the 20% skill duration and 15% repair skill. I don't have a better one, so I'm using this one just for now. The attribute should be a skill haste and the repair skill. And the talent that we are looking for is the Safeguard. While at full armor, increases total skill repair by 100%. You can heal up to almost 1,000,000 if you're at full armor using this build. So this will be important if you are healing for the tank or for their shield. Otherwise it won't be in love, especially when the enemy are dealing so much damage right now. Here comes the important part, the BTSU data gloves. What we want is the talent. If you're detonating a hive, you refresh all your teammates' skill cooldown and give them overcharge for 15 seconds, but it has a 2-minute cooldown, so 120 seconds. This is a long cooldown, but it is very useful for your team. It can refresh the striker revival height, or if someone is using the sniper turret build, after their first overcharged turret, you can give them a brand new fresh overcharged turret again to burst down all the enemy. If your teammate is a striker or a tank and they're carrying a CC skill, it can also overcharge and increase the duration. And this talent just gives so many possibilities for your team and also yourself to play around with. So let's see how much that we're healing right now. As you can see, you only need one charge to heal up the whole armor. Plus, I'm damaging myself, so I'm not on the safeguard talent. So if I'm on the safeguard talent, the heal that you're looking at will be doubled up. So we are talking about 800,000, even with my imperfect build right now. So if you have a better build and better attribute, it can almost go up to 1 million. And every tank that we're seeing right now has almost over 1.3 or 1.4 mils armor. So it is just enough when we are having the safeguard talent. The other skill that I'm using is the reinforcer. This is a very strong healing skill. The armor repair is 1.2 million without the safeguard talent, so if you take damage, it gives you a safer way to heal your tank. You will have 8 armor and each armor cooldown is only 70 seconds, so you can basically cover the whole place with the reinforcer to give a very safe and comfort environment for your striker or your teammate to do damage. The other skill that we can use is the fixer drone, but I don't recommend it since it doesn't follow your team that fast. If your teammate is running, it won't be enough to catch them up. Same as the Mender Sigma. So I won't recommend it using this 2 skill. So let's say your team is in front of you and you have to throw the height to a place that you cannot pick them back up. You can just detonate them and gain a overcharge with the height. You can see the cooldown right here. Every 1 second there's 2 charge refreshing, and that 15 second will give you almost up to 27, as we can see here, and then you can throw it again. And for the reinforcer that we're using right here, as you can see, it has a crazy huge radius. You can almost cover the whole place with your reinforcer. So if your teammate is in a cover that you cannot really aim for them, you can always aim near them and it will still have that range to heal them. Just don't forget to hit a couple headshots to do some extra damage for your team and for the perfect reformation. And since this is a marksman rifle, the damage is actually not that bad. Well, that's all I have for you today. Hit the like button if you enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be making more gameplay videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.